Do you suffer from headaches on a regular basis or maybe every day? I was in your shoes. I used to suffer from chronic migraine headaches every day of my life. It was so bad that a doctor gave me a prescription to have Advil in the school nurse's office, and almost every day I'd raise my hand to the teacher and say, hey, I got this headache, and I go to the nurse's office and get the hall pass, go to the nurse's office, take the Advil, lay down for 15 minutes, and it will dull the pain just a little bit. The pain never really went away. Go back to class, and that was my existence. And they never had any really great solution for me. It's, oh, well, take this Advil, take the Tylenol, and it's just allergies. Here's your Zyrtec and your Flonase and all these things, Seldane and Allegra, all these things that they were giving me, blaming it on seasonal allergies. Well, I had headaches every day, year round. So the seasonal allergy thing didn't make a whole lot of sense. And none of it made sense until I learned about what I'm gonna be teaching you here today. I have a good friend of mine, Mike Smar, who also suffered from debilitating cluster headaches. Cluster headaches are by far the worst headache that you can experience. And he dealt with that for so many years. And then he became a member of our coaching program and our membership program. Take a look at Mike's amazing story.
Headaches for the last 26 plus years, ever since I left the military. Just excruciating. The amount of pain and stuff that I've been in, the amount of medications that have wreaked havoc on my body. I have so many side effects and things from all the meds. So disheartening because of just all the stuff that never worked. They wanted to do surgery. They wanted to open up my head. They wanted to sever the nerves and burn them. That was still no guarantee. I started looking in to you and what you had. And so I got on board, and it's completely changed every aspect of my life. My mind's clearer, my sleep is better. I feel like I have the tools. I know what I need to do, and I know how to listen to my body a lot more now. You answered my questions. I mean, whenever I had these, no matter how far out they were or how ridiculous they seemed, I felt comfortable enough that I could ask you. So I encourage anybody to do it. It's worth the price of your car. It's worth the price of your house. It's worth the price of anything, because you can't put that price tag on your life. Thank you. Yeah, just thank you so much. Trying not to get all emotional, but thanks. Never had someone do for me what you've done. I appreciate that, thank you.
So I'm Professor Spira. I practice something called the Mucusless Diet Healing System for over 23 years, and I've helped thousands of people transform their lives using the methods of the mucusless diet to clean the body out and get to the root cause and the source of all of these kind of ailments. The headaches and joint pain and all this stuff is systemic, and it needs a holistic solution, and that's what we have. So I'll talk a little bit about the mucus-free diet, which comes out of the mucusless diet healing system. What is the mucus-free diet? It is a diet where we are avoiding foods that cause inflammation, foods that cause constipation, foods that cause slime buildup in the body, foods that cause parasites to be eliminated and evacuated from the body and then prevent further parasites from occurring. It is the foods that we were designed to eat as humans. Just go with me for a second. Now think about it. Do you think that humans, our human body, was designed to eat a Big Mac? Was our body designed to have chicken tenders? It simply was not. And because we are in this environment, in this situation where these are the kinds of foods we're eating, we suffer dearly for it. So when we have these headaches and the doctors want to blame it on allergies and, oh, there's mold, a high mold count, all this different stuff, instead of saying, maybe you shouldn't go to White Castle and eat those burgers. Maybe you shouldn't go to the barbecue. Maybe you need to change your diet to a diet that doesn't involve leaving behind immense amount of slime and nasty mess in your body. It's the missing link. And that is what I recommend that you check out if you want to deal with these headaches. Now, when you talk about the mucusless diet healing system, operative words are healing system. It's holistic and systemic. So not only will we change the diet, what makes changing the diet easier and possible is because we're not trying to just use willpower. We're not just trying to force ourselves to, oh, I'm gonna eat nothing but fruit. I'm just gonna, no. This is an artistic system. This is an art of transit. We call it the transition diet when you get into the mucusless diet. There's an art to transition so that it happens so gradually. It's interesting because it happens quickly, but it also happens gradually, and so gradually that you don't feel these big kind of shifts, but all of a sudden you look in the mirror, all of a sudden you wake up and it's, oh, my headache, I don't have a headache today. Well, that's pleasant surprise. And it's designed to do that because you don't want to heal overnight. You don't want a shortcut or some hacky mess. Because that doesn't work. The 21-day cleanse, just do the 21-day cleanse, the one-off fasting process. You don't want that. You want to permanently transform your physiology. And the best way to do that, the gateway into that, is going to be the transition diet that you can find in the Mucus-free Diet Healing System book. Now, if you're interested in getting some help and support in learning how to apply these principles starting today to your daily life, I invite you to join the Mucus-free Life membership program. We have a great membership. Our goal is to help 10,000 plus people transform their health, overcome their health ailments using and transitioning to a mucus-free diet. And that's how powerful this is. Just changing your diet. I don't do supplements. I haven't, people ask me, oh, well, what supplements you take? I don't take supplements. Like, oh, well, what exercise? I exercise. We'll be talking more about that in other videos. I lead an active life. Other people on this path lead very active lives. We have professional athletes that eat this way and live this way and have overcome a number of health ailments, and they perform better over here than they did over there. All of the garbage that's out there, the macros, get this much protein count and your BMI in your body, all of that stuff, in my humble opinion, is garbage. You talk to somebody that's tried to use that. They're not a professional athlete, work it every day and this kind of stuff, and they're trying to count calories and all this kind of stuff. The foundation of it is really problematic. It doesn't work. We won't get into the history of it, because once you hear the history of the calorie theory and the protein theory and all this stuff, you will be appalled that they have tried to force feed you these concepts.
He's pure evil.
What I'm interested in is longevity. What I'm interested in is living a disease-free life to the extent that I can. And what I found is the mucus-free diet is that key. It is that path. It is that, as we call it, the middle path, the mucus-free middle path, because it's not extreme. Depending on where you're coming from, you might look at it and be overwhelmed. Oh wow, that's a big change that I have to make. Or once you start getting into it, you start to notice, oh no, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling lighter. I was gonna mention colon irrigation. Lemon juice and distilled water enemas is something that we practice. And if you wanna start getting rid of a headache today, that would be something I'd recommend to do, is get into lemon juice and distilled water enemas. But again, it's gotta be part of the system. You got to systemically apply all of these various principles. But first, you got to start with the transition diet. You got to start with the transition to the mucus-free diet. What's on the mucus-free diet? What's a typical mucus-free diet? So we're talking about fruits, green leafy vegetables. Then there's something we call mucus lean, which means it includes a little bit of mucus or mucus-forming foods, because we need that. We need a certain amount of mucus-forming foods as we are transitioning. The cleaner we get and the better we start to feel, the less mucus-forming foods you're gonna crave and you're gonna need on your transition. And we get into that kind of stuff pretty deep in the training that you get access to once you join the membership. And if you do join the membership, there's a Q&A session with me 2 times a month. We got accountability calls, and there's all these structures that are involved that you need to be successful, because I've seen so few people be able to just pick up the Mucus-free Diet Healing System book, read it, and then be successful with no support, no guidance, no help. I just haven't seen that. That's really not realistic. That's not what's happening. I created the membership program to try and create a space where like-minded people can come together, because that's the other thing, social dynamics. You got people, friends and family, and everybody's trying to get you to, oh, well, just eat this. Oh, it's the 4th of July, it's Christmas, it's just come and, or we're going to this restaurant. You can have a cheat day. And it's that, we call it the crabs in a barrel. It's always trying to bring you back down. What we're talking about is physiological liberation. So for me, there's no social circumstance worth me putting myself in a position to where I can get those headaches coming back. I live that life already. I don't want to have chronic migraine headaches every day again. I don't want to have them any day. But if I start to eat poorly and I start to backtrack, those headaches come back. And that's why the transition is so important, is because we want to make permanent changes to your physiology. This is a permanent transformation, and you do it gradually enough where it is easy, where it doesn't feel super hard. And when you need that boost, when you need a bit of that hardcore mentality, we're there to push it. In my experience and observation of hundreds of other people, it's very easy to overcome these headaches in a relatively short period of time. If you've had headaches for 20 years of your life and you can be a little bit hardcore and overcome them in 20 days or 30 days? Would it be worth it? Because there is no pill. With Mike, the doctors wanted to come and cut his head open, do a very dangerous surgery, and there was no guarantee that he would be healed. What kind of sense does that make? Does that make any sense? And people want to criticize us for eating some fruits, vegetables, doing some enemas, fasting a little bit. Why would you criticize that? If you could heal it permanently doing that in 20 days, a week, some people, the first couple days, and some of these ailments are healed. It depends on your ailment, depends on a number of different factors, your age, how you're eating, how you used to eat, all these kinds of things, which we talk about in the Q&A sessions. But what's crazier, to having a surgery where they're gonna cut you open, literally brain surgery, cutting into your head, into your skull, or let me just have a little bit of lemon juice and distilled water in my hind parts, in my rear end, to clear out all of the slime. So if you've never done that, then you have no clue how much waste and slime and crap. We got 32 feet of impacted intestines, 32 feet, pounds, 10, 15, 20 pounds of uneliminated fecal matter. And we wonder why our head aches and why our back hurts and why our joints hurt. We're constipated on a cellular level. We're acidic. Our whole bodily environment is backed up. It's suffering from systemic acidosis. Our lymphatic systems have, a lot of people shut down. They can't move the waste. Our sewer system is literally blocked up. What happens in your home? Your toilet backs up. Is that a pleasant experience? If it overflows, maybe the whole family had went to the bathroom, nobody flushed, and you try to flush it, and all of this stuff starts to come into the house. I don't mean to be nasty, but I'm trying to make the point because people live that life with their body. That's how they're living. Their body is a walking cesspool, as Professor Arnold Ehret says, walking septic tanks. And we're not supposed to be like that. We're not supposed to be constipated and acidic and our lymphatic system backing up and our kidneys starting to fail and get weak, not filter the waste properly, our skin unable to sweat. Our avenues of elimination need to be on point. We need to be able to sweat. Our kidneys need to be filtering the waste out. We need to be having epic and great, unbelievable bowel movements. I have great bowel movements.
Say it loud and proud.
You know, Mucus-free diet, get the fruits and the vegetables going. I know there's some of y'all out there that you don't even have one bowel movement a day.
He got you there, Mike.
That's not good. You're not eliminating the waste, this acidic waste. Another thing, keep in mind, as you start to get cleaner, as you eat foods that are less slimy, you'll notice, I don't have to wipe as much. Why? Because that slimy residue has been eliminated and you're not eating foods that create that slimy residue. So now you're actually getting closer to the original human who when did they invent toilet paper? Toilet paper is not that old. When we are as clean as we're supposed to be, we're not supposed to be wiping so much. As you start to clean yourself up, you start to experience that. This is systemic. Everything builds on everything else as you start to heal yourself. Ailments that you didn't even know you cared about or had start to heal, and you wake up and you're like, oh, my ankle feels better, my legs feel better, my back feels a little better. That's the beauty of this path, but it starts with that first visit to the store. So what I want you to do, if you join the Mucus-free Life membership right now, as soon as you join, you're gonna get access to our Rapid Start module, which has a bunch of brand new materials where you can get started today. You don't have to read the whole book yet. You don't have to go through all this stuff. Right away, download them. You're gonna get my menu plans, you're gonna get my recipes, as well as a shopping list. Take the shopping list, go to the store, go to the produce section, buy the stuff on the shopping list, come home, throw the garbage away that's in your refrigerator, put the produce in there, then make your first transition diet meal. It's that simple. You can start it today. You can start it right now. Join us in the membership, get the accountability. We'll push you. If you want, if you're ready to be pushed, join us, join the community, click the link down below right now, join the Mucus-free Life membership program. I hate headaches so much, and I don't wish headaches on my worst enemy, truly. It's not a pleasant experience, but it is there for a reason. It is the body telling us that something is wrong. Unfortunately, the medical doctors have no clue. They're not even allowed to tell you to change your diet half the time. So they're not gonna be very helpful with this. This is not medical advice. This is my own opinion from my own experiences. It's about transformation. Overcome and go get over the mental barriers that you can't heal yourself, that you need some kind of pill, that you need some kind of supplement. Get over that. It's unnecessary. So I thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, peace, love, and breath. And right here, there's another video for you that I think that's specifically selected for you, that I think you'll enjoy, click right here, and I will see you over there.